Hello everyone, this is ChakaWhat here, and today I'm going to be presenting to you my review of issues 7 through 9 of Grumble. I'm a little behind on reviewing my comics, unfortunately, because I've been really busy. Also, I was gone for a week. My grandma was very generous and she took me, my mom, and my aunt, my uncle, and my two cousins to Disney World with her for a week, so that was really fun. But anyway, I am excited to just be back and be reviewing one of my favorite indie comics. Grumble is being written by Rafer Roberts, with art by Mike Norton and Marissa Louise. I have gone through all of the characters I wish to spotlight in earlier reviews, and I'm comfortable simply proceeding with the review. These past few issues have been pretty bizarre and action-packed and wonderful, like they always are. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing a suit, I got my first suit just a little bit ago, like 3 days ago, and I am just so happy wearing it. And my one friend told me that I looked like Herbert West, and I was like, thank you. That's my goal. That's my goal. Anyway, issue 7 begins with us learning more about Sammy, Eddie's devil friend that he summoned at the end of issue 6. Eddie signs a contract with Sammy in order to find Jimmy the Keeper, the fellow with the enormous expanding mouth that we were introduced to a few issues ago. So while Tala and Eddie find a place to stay, Sammy goes after Big Joe, who is keeping Jimmy the Keeper. Being one of many devils Big Joe has encountered, he's not very threatened by Sammy at all, or by the fact that his game of choice is in fact chess. Tala and Eddie are able to find Jimmy and rescue him, and we learn that due to Jimmy's abilities, the criminals that Eddie ran with would take advantage of him during heists because they would just store things inside of his huge mouth. So Joe easily beats Sammy at his games, and Sammy readily betrays Eddie to him. Our two protagonists and their new hostage then make off in a car pursued by bounty hunters, criminals, and the FBI. As always, in a diner, it is revealed that very soon Jimmy will take on his large form, and Eddie intends to go inside of him. Not that way. The other way. Nasty brains. But he wants to delve into him and recover Arachne's fang. This is a very powerful magical artifact that will literally just erase a moment from time from happening. But since it's so powerful, the time stream won't be messed up. Everyone will remember what happened. They may even still feel what happened, but it just didn't happen. Everything would have been erased. So, unfortunately, the diner is attacked by Big Joe's goons, and the three are forced to make a run for it. Big Joe also regales Sammy with his sad tale of growing up closely with Eddie, only to be betrayed by him, like many people were betrayed by Eddie. So Tala, Eddie, and Jimmy go to the forest and the Atlantic City Wilderness Refuge in hopes that the ghosts there will be a good barrier between them and their pursuers. In the woods, the moon shines full upon Jimmy, and he is turned into an enormous warehouse. Not wanting to waste their opportunity, Tala and Eddie run through the mouth door in search of the fang. So, Grumble has been just an absolute pleasure to read and watch grow. Like, it's only it's issue 10 now, but 10 issues and we've just grown so much, and there's just a lot of cool lore and magic going on in each issue, and it's really lovely. It's also a comic that my dad and I both read together, and he reads a lot of comics, but we don't read a lot together. He mostly reads a lot of comics with my mom, like they read Catwoman together, and they read The Wicked and the Divine together. We all read Saga together, but Saga's like our family comic. But Grumble is just one that he and I read together, so I'm really glad that we have that. And yeah, it's just a nice thing to share. So, parts I liked. In issue 7, there was just this small part where Sammy, Eddie, and Tala were planning, and Sammy just turned to Tala. He's like, well, what do you think I should do? And I think that was really nice because a lot of Eddie's criminal friends either choose to ignore Tala or just like, who the hell is she? But Sammy was just like, hey girl, what do you think? And I was like, that's nice. Also, I really enjoyed Big Joe's mannerisms around Sammy. Rereading the issues a few times so I could do my review, I just picked up a lot on Big Joe that I ended up really loving. I thought that he was just a really interesting character, and yeah, around Sammy, he was just, he really caught Sammy off guard, and I liked that. I liked how their relationship kind of grew through the small time that they were together. I just thought he was a really interesting character. And I liked Jimmy the Keeper a lot. He's a very easy character for me to understand. Like, he's very easy for me to put somewhere and be like, that is who you are. Just because a lot of the characters in this book are hard to put into boxes because they're all kind of morally ambiguous. But Jimmy, for me, is really easy to, like, identify and say, okay, this is who you are. And I like that. It's nice to have at least one character like that, because even people are like that. A lot of people are hard to put into boxes, but sometimes you can find, like, a group of people you're like, oh yeah, you are that, and you are going to be that. And sometimes it's just comforting to be able to have that security in that person or character. I liked that issue 9 had a really spooky Halloween feel, because we're in October, it's spooky season, y'all, and I'm just so happy. And yeah, issue 9 with all the ghosts and the army of ghosts, and that was all really cool, and all the art and the coloring was really pretty. It just had a lot of great mood lighting and everything, and so I really appreciated that. There was also a scene where one of the feds, he came up to Big Joe and he's like, it's time for us to run. And I'm like, whoa, spicy. Things are getting cool here. There wasn't really general parts that I disliked. The bounty hunter storyline, whenever it cuts to them, I get a little less enthusiastic, because as much as I think that they're cool characters with kick-ass designs, I don't really want to focus on them because I don't like them a lot, and I really prefer the stories with the feds and Tala and Eddie. So I know that this has been a shorter review, but I do want to stress that I enjoy each issue of this series greatly. So as I mentioned, issue 10 is already out, and I read it while I was writing up this review, and oh my god, y'all. I am so excited to make a video about that one, because there is just so much amazingness that went down, and I have just, like, my hopes for what is going to come have, like, skyrocketed. I'm so excited. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my video, and remember to like and subscribe. Bye!
Do you believe in kissing, honey? You bet I do. Well, I believe in kissing, honey, when the moon is new.
So as many of you know, I am a citizen of the USA, and currently our country is suffering from a crisis at the border. Immigrants seeking asylum in the U.S. are being detained. Families are being separated and kept in detention centers in horrible conditions. All of it is scary and horrible, and a bit hard to come to terms with. So until things start getting better, I'm placing this message at the end of all of my videos to try to use what little influence I have to bring awareness and help. There are a number of things you can do to help. One of the simplest things is to donate to Immigrant Families Together, who are fundraising money to pay the bonds of detained immigrants and also provide necessities to families such as hygiene products, food, and shelter. This organization is also looking for volunteers. You can also take direct action by calling your state's government's officials and try to make your voice heard, and also refuse to let your taxes go to fund these facilities. There are many groups online that are looking for help to make sure these people are treated like human beings and receiving the help they desperately need. Let's prove that there is still hope for humanity and help solve this crisis in the most humane way possible. Remember, showing kindness isn't political. It's just the right thing to do. Thank you.